Hello, and welcome with us today. My name is Gregg. I'm here with Richard Krusch, informally known to his friends as Richie with Carolina Ballet. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
So the reason for us being here today is that you, after a long career, you're retiring from Carolina Ballet, at least
That's
on the
correct.
stage. Is that right?
Yes, I'm just leaving the stage. I'll be still behind the scenes and working with the upcoming new dancers, get them ready for the stage. Also teaching at the school with the really young students. Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent.
It's going to be a brand new experience for me.
So let's go back to the very beginning. So you were born in Hungary?
Budapest, Hungary.
Yeah.
I was born and raised. That's where I started when I was 9 years old. Yeah, and yeah, I decided to dance because my parents worked at the Hungarian State Opera House, and I was always around with them at the opera house, no matter what opera was going on, ballet, symphony, and yeah, that's what drew me into the world of dancing. And I can't remember exactly if it was 1993 or 1994, but Budapest had the very first international Rudolf Nureyev ballet competition.
Mm.
It was huge. You can imagine the excitement all around the students, the schools, everybody's around the doors looking, like all of the dancers, hundreds of dancers arrived from all over the world
Wow.
preparing for this huge competition. So there was one particular dancer. He was an American dancer. His name is Michael Shannon, and pretty much he's the main reason why I decided to dance. I wanted to go to the ballet school. I saw him dance, and I just said, I want to do that, simply. And it's kind of funny because I thought about it not too long ago, just about a week or a few days ago, that everything that I'm looking for in a dancer today, that's exactly what he was. That's exactly what the way he was dancing, his character, his technique, his lines, his passion while he was dancing. And kind of realized the same thing about myself. That's exactly what were my expectations, and that's exactly the way I wanted to be as a dancer as well. So, yeah. So after, the next step was my mom woke me up. It was a beautiful spring morning. I remember beautiful sunshine, perfect weather, and then she just woke me up, and then the first thing she said, I went to the ballet school and I asked for the audition forms that we need to fill out, and I have the dates, and we're gonna go if you still want to. And I said, oh yes, absolutely, let's do it. And yeah, I guess the rest is history. I was accepted to the Hungarian Dance Academy, which is a very, very strict, straightforward Baganova-based technique ballet school. And yeah, I started that 1994, September. I started my training, and here I am today, and the rest is history.
Now, where did you go from there?
So I went to the Hungarian Dance Academy for 7 years. It's a 9 year long
Wow.
training. I left the school after 7 years because I had an opportunity to come here to North Carolina. And this is where I continued and finished my ballet
So you
training.
came straight here.
I came to Winston-Salem
Yeah.
School of the Arts.
Yeah.
It was School of the Arts, just School of the Arts back then.
Right.
And I was super excited. And as soon as I landed in Greensboro Airport, and then we took a drive over to Winston-Salem, and I saw just the area and the city and the atmosphere. And, I said, I want to live here. I want to be here. And that was it. I had a tremendous, fantastic time at the School of the Arts. I was, yeah, pretty much in love immediately. I knew that this is a lifestyle, this is the place, this is the everything pretty much I'm looking for.
That's great. And then when did you start with Carolina Ballet?
So then one morning, it was the same, almost the same identical story. I was living with my teachers and his family, wife and two sons. I was pretty much their third son. He's also a Hungarian dancer who came over in the 60s, and he was also a founding member of the School of the Arts. So we were getting ready in the morning, and then he said, let's just grab your ballet shoes. We're going to go over to Raleigh and visit your Hungarian friends, because Carolina Ballet had other Hungarian dancers at the time. And of course we knew each other from school, because there's only one major ballet school in Hungary. If you want to be a ballet dancer, that's the place that you go to. At least that's the way it was back then. Now they have other very, very nice, amazing ballet schools as well. So yeah, he told me, like, grab your ballet shoes, let's go visit your friends in Raleigh. And I said, oh, okay, that sounds fun. Yeah, you can take class with them just for fun. And so the fun turned out that we're talking about 2001 at this time. And of course, then the founding artistic director, Robert Wise, Richie, came in to class and watched, and he saw me, and then he told my teacher that, hey, I need an extra guy for Romeo and Juliet. Would you be interested? And my teacher said, absolutely, yeah, you can have him as long as you want. So he just dropped me off, like he left me here for the first 2 months.
Right.
And that's where it started. So of course I'm having time of my life. It's a dream. I'm here in America where I want to be. I'm doing ballet. I'm working with a professional company, not just being as an apprentice or in school learning, but I'm part of the show. Like, I'm on.
Right.
I'm like, okay, this is a real thing. Like, we're not joking around here. I'm not just watching and learning. And yeah, we started the 15 show run, 3 weeks of Romeo and Juliet, and I was pretty much on every other show in that performance. So I got to perform about 7 or 8 times out of 15 shows. And yeah, and then as soon as the program was over, I got offered a full-time contract, my first professional job with Carolina Ballet, and I happily accepted the offer immediately because I just had like such a great time, just being in the city, around the weather, and the training, the facility, the people I met immediately. They were, to me, that was a very big change coming from Hungary, because everything was very strict and official. Everybody's, a lot older. So here it was very different, fresh air, fresh breath, new start, something absolutely different I've never experienced in my life. And yeah, that's where I started here. So I spent my first 2 seasons with the company, 2 years, and then I had an opportunity with American Ballet Theater in New York City, which was also one of my childhood as a student dream. And yes, that became a reality as well. I was the second Hungarian dancer ever accepted and get into ABT. Ivan Nagy was the first one and only one back in the 1970s, 80s. And back in 2004, I was the second one. And I did spend a very short time with ABT. I think it was not the right time for me. I was very young. I was only 20 years old at that point, and handling New York City, living on your own.
Big change.
A big change from here. And also that might have been a dream, ABT, and watching the performances from the Metropolitan Opera, from Lincoln Center and Baryshnikov and Fernando Bujones and the big names. And at that point, like watching those VHS videotapes back in Hungary when I was a kid, at that point it was literally just a dream. It was impossible to imagine that one day I could be there. But once I was here, it became a reality and it came true. And I think I was very young and I was very inexperienced and I was not ready to live in New York City. And sometimes things what we dream about is not exactly the same as in real life.
Right.
So I wasn't disappointed. I'm very glad and grateful that I went and I did it, because now at least I know what it was. Sometimes I still wonder what would have happened if I went a little bit later and I was a little bit more experienced and more mature as professionally as a dancer and as a person. That's the only thing I wonder about, like how my life or career would have turned out in an alternate life. But I'm very happy that everything turned out this way. And then that also made me realize, while I was in New York, that I wasn't looking for a professional ballet company where I'm happy. I was looking for a home where I'm happy and where I want to live.
Right.
So to me, that was always the main thing, that I want to be happy so I can do my profession, I can do my dancing without any stress or pressure. That I don't have any concerns in my personal life outside of work. So that for me, Raleigh was the place where I found that, and Carolina Ballet.
Well, we're glad you landed here and had such a long career here. And now you're the last of the originals, is that right?
So I joined the company in the third season of the company. But from the company, when I'm joined, I'm the only person from that company.
So you've made a lot of friends over the years and met your wife here at Carolina
met
Ballet.
my wife. Yes, absolutely.
And she recently retired as well, right?
Yeah, she just had her 1 year anniversary. She retired last season, and officially she was the last founding member of the company.
Yeah, that's right.
So
you guys have a son.
We have a son. He's 4.5. Yes, he shows no interest in dancing so far, but it might change at some point. Like there's no pressure, no forcing anything.
Do you like going to the shows?
He loves to go to the shows like now, and he knew when he saw mommy or daddy on stage. He's very excited and he leans forward in his seat and like, that's my daddy.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that absolutely, to me, that's the most precious and that's the most incredible thing in my professional career.
So it's probably good that you didn't stay in New York, because you wouldn't have met Peggy, right?
So I wouldn't have the life what I have now.
Right.
So therefore I'm very grateful and I'm very happy that I wouldn't change that for anything what I have right now.
Yeah, that's great.
In a professional life, you can always wonder what would have been.
Yeah.
The question remains.
Right.
Always. But not long in the previous program, we were backstage, and then one of the wardrobe person asked me that people usually don't ask. Usually they ask like, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you excited? But she asked me that, are you satisfied? And I'm like, oh, that's a new one. That's something that no one asked me before, and it took me a few seconds to think about it. Like, am I satisfied? I guess yes, I am. Yes, in this company it was truly amazing, because in the lifespan of a dancer, they're very rare when you get to do a principal or any role several times in your career. Usually you dance a main role. Let's, for example, Albrecht in Giselle, or Giselle herself. It comes around every 4 or 5 years. And then if you're right in that time period, you're 32, 33 years old, by the time it comes around again, you might not have the chance to do it. So for me, I got to dance at least 3 times everything in my repertoire. So I guess I'm satisfied.
Now, of
Yes.
all your roles in ballets, I know it's hard to pick one, but if you had to pick one of your favorites that you've enjoyed,
Yes.
and why was it one of your favorites?
Giselle Albrecht. That was the main reason. That was the ballet that I saw the American dancer Michael Shannon dance, and immediately that was the first ballet that I wanted to dance. That was always my, I hope it's coming soon. I hope it's coming soon. So the very first time when Carolina Ballet did it, I was fortunate enough to dance the role. And then that performance was super special because after the show, the company organized a secret surprise that my parents came.
Oh, cool.
My parents came, and then I didn't know that they were here. And then
Right.
the curtain came in, everybody bowed, and then all of a sudden, everybody just stayed on stage. Like, that's not a regular routine that we do. Curtain comes in, and everybody's like, all right, I'm done, let's go.
Right.
Thanks, everybody, great show. But everybody stayed there just hoping, waiting what's going to happen, and I see my parents walk on stage. So that was a very, very special, super special moment in my career. And yeah, that was, yeah, to me, Giselle was always a very special place in my heart. That was the main reason I started dancing. That was the very first male variation that I learned in school
Right.
for a little showcase performance.
Right.
So it was the first for a lot of things, and I was hoping it would be the last as well. But you know, timing wise, it
Yeah.
just and I'm glad it's not, because you know, you would want to exit on
Keep
on-
those memories separate.
you
right?
wanna keep
Yeah.
the good memories. You don't wanna disappoint yourself, and you wanna exit on a high note.
Yeah.
You know.
So you have one more show?
I have one more show coming up in 2 weeks. Beauty and the Beast. I'll be the father, which will be a brand new production. As you can see, like, we're still working on these, are the brand new costumes, and I'm also, there's another thing that I can be very, very grateful and super thankful. It's Zali, our current artistic director, because he made all the efforts and provided everything that it's gonna be a nice, smooth, happy ending for me. So the choreography is made on me, and basically he tailored it to my character and my technique and my strength and things that I'm still able to do. So I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it. Short and sweet. I don't think it could have ended any better. So
That's great.
It's
He's
gonna be
always
great.
done such a good job at the direction the ballet's going.
Absolutely.
And Adam from his end and keeping things tight and working with donors and doing all that he's doing. So you guys, I mean, I've had season tickets since the first year,
Yes.
and it's really been nice to watch the progression from Ricky and then into Zali and all he's doing. And it's just been, I mean, it's a world-class ballet now, really, is here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yeah, we are pretty up there. I
Yeah.
have to say.
Might be some kids in Budapest watching you dance in Raleigh,
Oh.
wanting to come here, you know?
We have a very, very great, successful summer intensive as well, and then we had students from Hungary
Right.
come over last year and the year before. So hopefully that will
So now
continue.
you're the one that's inspiring the younger kids.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm not a big I'm not extremely busy on social media as a person, but I have a couple of followers, and then occasionally I get a couple of private messages that, hey, I'm looking for this, I'm a student here and there, which direction should I go? And I try to be helpful as much as I can and give them advice and point them to the right direction, hopefully. And that's also another thing that I'm looking for, because that's gonna be my next chapter
Yeah.
in the professional world, to help the dancers facing the correct direction.
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Now, which shows are you dancing in the final production?
As far as right now, I'm dancing all the shows.
Okay. Oh,
All the
great.
shows.
Wow. Okay.
All the shows.
That's a
So
lot.
Thursday, well, including the Wednesday night dress rehearsal,
Mm.
which is I think the 13th of May, and then all the way through the 17th, which is the Sunday. I'll be dancing every show.
Wow. That's a lot.
One last push.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I think I'll
Yeah.
be
Well, everybody coming is going to want to see you, so
I
that
think
way
I'll
they
be
don't have to
alright.
pick a day; they can come to any of the
Yes.
shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll put a link
Yeah.
in the video with how to buy tickets and the
Absolutely.
dates and all that
That's
stuff. So,
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I was just thinking about that literally yesterday. That yeah, I don't mind dancing all the shows, because it's not only my last time dancing, but whichever show the audience attends to, like, that will be their last time
Yeah.
seeing me
That's right.
on stage. So it's not only just about me; it's also for the audience. And then I know there are a few people out there they've been following, and then they came particularly to the show that I'm dancing.
I think it's more the few. I think it's probably more than you think it
That
is.
I know of.
Yeah, yeah.
That I know
Now
of.
there's a reception view after one of the shows,
Absolutely.
right?
Yes.
And that's open to anybody that wants to come.
That's open to anybody from the audience or the public, whoever is interested. It's going to be at Birdie's Barroom.
Mhm.
It's on Fayetteville Street. It's a very, very beautiful facility. It has an outdoor, indoor. It will have music.
It's after the last show.
It's on Sunday the 17th.
Okay. What time?
After follows, it probably starts about 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say the show is going to be done around 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. And then as soon as everybody gets out of the costumes, get ready, because I think the dancers are going to be ready for a little party time and
Yeah,
relax
yeah.
and celebrate. Not me in general, but another successful, very busy season,
Yeah, for sure.
because it's holidays for everybody, vacation time
Yeah.
for a few weeks, and then they are going to get back right into it.
That's right.
Yes.
And then one last thing. I know you're a huge hockey fan, in particular,
Yes,
Hurricanes.
indeed. Absolutely.
So what's your take on the Hurricanes right now?
Right now? Wow. The season was very good. I really enjoyed the season, but when it comes to the playoffs, that's a whole different story. So we'll see. So far, they're doing very good.
Yeah.
I like to stay a little more optimistic, but also I don't want to jinx things.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But I think they're going to make it this year.
Yeah. Rod does a good job. He really does.
Yes, absolutely.
Cares about the team, cares about the players, kind of like Zolly does for you guys.
Exactly. I've many ways of relating ourselves, like how you mentioned that we are one of the top companies on the East Coast now. I like to consider ourselves like we are the Hurricanes in the Valley world.
That's right.
Just first of all, we started in the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Both started in the same time. We had a mutual same physical therapist for our company and the Hurricanes in the same time. So she was doing both teams. And that's how I got into hockey, funny enough. Because unfortunately I had a major ACL knee surgery very early in my second season. And like I said, Lori von Alten, she was the official physical therapist for our company and the Hurricanes. So when I was doing my recovery and physical therapy training and sessions, I had to do it at her clinic. So of course, like whenever my appointment was, I would walk in and some of the players would be there all the time. So that's how I got into hockey, following them, because it was really nice. Rod Brandamore was one of them. Eric Cole, Justin Williams, Jussi Jokinen. It was incredible to see these professional athletes. And that was my go-to when I felt alone at home. I turn the TV on and there's the Hurricanes. These are our boys. These are our boys. And I got the, you know, the sweaty hands and armpit when I was watching them, and nervous, you know, your heart rate is up a little bit. You're cheering like, come on boys, let's. So, and that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Like,
that was fun. Yeah, we've been to a few games together.
Yes.
Enjoyed some good hockey. I think they actually won all the ones that we went
all
to, so
the
that
ones.
was
So
good luck. Yeah.
we should probably, when it's a critical game, we should probably go together. Like, so make sure that we keep up a good record.
That's right. And there's a lot of similarities between, you know, hockey and ballet. You're both, you know, very extreme athletes. I mean, you guys practice all the time. I don't think people realize
Yes.
how hard it is because, and I think that's why a lot of ballet dancers retire early, because it's so hard on your body. I mean, you
Yes.
wear your body out after, you know, being a professional.
It catches up. You know, every single person is different.
Yeah.
We all have different bodies, different muscle joints, flexibility, endurance. But we pretty much have about the same lifespan,
Right.
like as dancers. You know, male dancers usually have issues with lower back, upper body, shoulders because of partnering, lifting.
Right.
Extension starts to go pretty early because of the more you lift and partnering, the harder
Yeah.
it gets in the lower back. But you know, ladies, they seem to, you know, last a little bit longer because they're light on their feet. But the point shoes for them is
Yeah.
the main concern.
Right.
Luckily, I've been fortunate enough. Other than my major, you know, injuries, purely because of my own mistake. Other than that, like I feel great. Like I don't have anything that will give me a reason to stop
Right.
dancing now. So.
That's good. Yeah. Stop before. it
Stop
happens,
before
right? Yeah.
before something
Yeah.
permanent
Right.
damage happens.
Yeah.
We don't need. Yeah, I've been very fortunate about it, and we were also in great hands. Our physical therapy teams, throughout the years, everybody who treated us currently, in the past, and not only they were extremely great professionals, but they were always great support as mentally, or if you needed to just have a heart-to-heart conversation with anybody, they were great support.
Yeah.
Always, and they still are. So I think that's also, most of the time it's not physical therapy that we need.
Right, yeah.
We also need the mental strength as
Yeah.
well, and have sometimes a nice, deep, assuring conversation
Yeah.
as well, not just physically, but
Right.
to your heart and soul. You need that
That's great.
extra.
Well, congratulations on
Thank
a
you
very
much.
long and illustrious career, and now you'll have a little bit more time for relaxing, and then family, and maybe some hockey. All right.
Mentioning one of the similarities, like I'm not gonna be so upset about, because our schedule is actually exactly the same.
Is it really?
We starting the same time, almost ending the same time.
Yeah.
The games are in the same time as the show.
Mm.
So that gave me a little bit of in the past couple of seasons that
Yeah.
people made fun of me because I had my phone
Watching the
propped
game,
up
right?
in the wings,
Yeah.
which is, I shouldn't really brag about that.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, something you're passionate about, It's okay.
I always turn it off as soon as the performance started.
Yeah.
I always turned it off. But while I was getting ready, I was
Watching
keeping
the
an
game.
eye on it.
Yeah. Well, we're all pulling
I'll
for
support
them
our
this
boys.
year. Yeah, that's right. Well, thank you again for taking the time to sit and
thank
chat
you.
and tell us a little about your history.
Oh, my
and
pleasure.
we're looking forward to catching the next show. I'll be here for opening night, and then I'll come back for Sunday and see you off. And then, of course, we'll still
I'm looking
see you
forward
around
to it.
town and see you at a hockey game.
Absolutely.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Rich. Thank you.
Thank you.